Welcome back to another edition of the Coach's Corner here. We are literally in the corner here of Bulldogs Bar and Grill. I don't know, what message they're trying to send here, putting us in the corner now. They're awesome here. The staff is great. They feed us every week. I get these parm garlic wings every single week. What do you get there, Colt?
Usually I was getting wings, but I think me and some of the boys are just going to split some of them.
Okay, there you go. I see you guys all drinking waters, getting
Yeah.
hydrated up for for Friday. Huge game. We're going to talk a little bit about that. First thing I want to talk about here. Coach said you got a haircut.
I did not.
Okay.
Before practice today, I was just laying down, and he said to me, like, "Did you get it cut?" And I was just like, "No, I was just laying down."
These guys are over here trying to distract us. We're gonna keep our focus over there, Pano. Who else we got? We got Angelo over there too.
Joe and Chase, yeah.
And Chase. Okay.
Yeah.
I love that your teammates come out here. They're not on the show. They come to support you guys. I think it says a lot about you guys as captains. It says a lot about you guys were voted as captains, so they got mad respect for you, and mad respect from me as well.
Yep.
So. Anyway, let's get past the hairdo. You got that Michael Myers thing going on there, but let's talk a little bit about. I asked Coach Pav earlier. I said, if you could reflect a little bit for me of your two senior captains, Pano and Kolt. I'm going to kind of do the same thing to you. If you could reflect to me about what Coach Pav and his staff has meant to you over the years.
Well, it means everything. I've learned so much just from them alone. I've had coaches in the past where I don't really like, or I just don't really like their message, but Coach Pav always, he just hits it always with his message, pregame.
Yep.
He always gets us hyped up and ready to go for Friday.
Absolutely. So on his staff, is there anyone that you can think of that has specifically made an impact in your career, whether it's in school, on the football field, throughout your high school years?
I would say our offensive line coach, Coach Basak. When I was younger, like freshman, sophomore year, I wasn't really getting too many reps or anything like that, but I just stayed composed, and he's just helped me so much, like, through my junior and senior year now.
What is he specifically, like, can you remember a talk that you guys had or a message that he kind of gave you that stuck as, like, I need to remain patient because I'm not getting my reps right now, but stick with it. Stay with it.
Yeah, I was a sophomore and there was a senior ahead of me. And at the time, I was a little frustrated with how much playing time I got. And then in the JV game, I got in kind of a fight or whatever you want to call it. And then he texted me and pulled me aside, and he just gave me a talk about, I know you're frustrated or whatever, and things aren't going your way right now, but just stay patient and just things will come your way.
Man, that says a lot. And what did that mean to you?
It just means so much, to have a coach that can understand me as a player and then help me, grow as a player also, like when I'm a junior and a senior. That just means everything.
I think it can mean a lot, too, whenever you kind of feel invisible at that point, right? You're kind of feeling, like, overlooked, but the coach is texting you afterwards, kind of saying, I got you, I see you.
Yep.
What's that mean?
Just to have a coach, recognize you and just make sure you're known. That's also important because, sometimes even if I wasn't getting the reps that I wanted and he didn't say anything, like, I would just think, like, he doesn't know about me or he doesn't think I have any potential. But the fact that he reached out and texted me, it just means so much to me.
No doubt a lot of frustration could build up there, and a heck of a job by your coach there to take that time, on his own time, probably sitting at home with his family.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm going to text my player to let him know that I care about him. So awesome. Now, can you point out, on that note here about development, we talked earlier in the year. We've actually talked. This is our third trip around here, but we're going to call it our second.
Yeah.
The first one was a little bit of a redo. But now, going back to our first conversation, can you think of something maybe that you improved upon in your game or anything in life that you needed to improve from back then that you've improved now?
I would say probably my preparation. Sometimes I would slack off or maybe not watch as much film or not recover as much, but I think I'm starting to get better at that and start recovering more and make sure I'm watching as much film as I can on the other team and make sure I'm ready to go.
Is there a specific moment that clicked that you're like, I need to get back in the film room?
Canfield. I watched a lot of film and I knew what they were going to do, but there were some plays that I knew I should have made and I didn't really know what was coming at the time. So I made sure from that game on just watch as much film as I can and just read their tendencies and see what they're doing and just try to improve as much as I can as a player.
Absolutely. I mean, the film room will definitely, I, for one, didn't watch a lot of film, and I wish I had because it's almost like cheating on a test. It's almost like having a little cheat sheet. I'm not encouraging that, by the way, by any means, but it almost is because you're able to see other players' tendencies, where they line up. So definitely take it from me and watch as much film as you can. So big game coming up. You know, and in a lot of ways, that Canfield loss was such a, kick in the pants to you guys. You guys really hit your stride after that. Talk to me about this game coming up against an undefeated team.
Oh, yeah, it's best versus best in the conference. We know they're a great team, and we know we're a great team, so we're just working really hard in practice, and we're just making sure we're doing what we're supposed to do and just getting ready for Friday.
Absolutely. What's that environment, that hostile, crowd, that opportunity to be game of the week once again? What's that mean to you?
It means everything. Just to be on TV, just our team on TV, just everyone watching us. But, going into their place against an undefeated team, it's not easy. It's obviously going to be hard for us, but I know what we can do when we play together as a team.
Absolutely. Pressure is a privilege, my friend. And I will say this, one thing you've gotten better at is interviews, if nothing else. So great job today.
Thank you very much.
Good luck this Friday. Pulling for you guys. We'll have Pano coming up in just a moment. Thanks, Kolt.
Thank you.